Hi, Natasha. How you doing?
Hi, Coach Kai.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this call today. It's always a delight to be here, always a delight to get the update of our community. We're growing as an ecosystem. So I just want to say a very big thank you to every one of you that are here. Thank you so much for being here. And quickly, can you just all post in your various community and let them know that we're live and we're going to be having a lot of amazing update. And always, we have Natasha Ross. Natasha, is always a delight to see you. Thank you for being here. So Natasha is going to be actually presenting and giving us some amazing slide presentation. Natasha, you have the mic. Thank you.
Well, first of all, a warm welcome. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. And as said, thank you, Coach Kai. My name is Natasha Roos, and I will be your host, and I will do my utmost best to present this. So, I will try and connect the dots for everyone here. I'm going to put my camera off so everybody can focus on what we are about to show. So, before we start to one of my favorite topics out there, I want to put this disclaimer out there because I am not a financial advisor. And this is a corporate Zoom. And this Zoom is for educational purposes only. So, as said, this is an informative Zoom. And Biton AI is not a financial platform, nor is Biton AI a financial institution. So after you've seen this corporate Zoom and you want to seek financial advice after this, then please go to the rightful people. So having this said and putting that out there, can we go to the next slide? Yes, Biton AI. Because Biton AI is combined it, let me say, build it up out of a few components, three components to be precise. Bit from the word Bitcoin. And some will say this is where it all began. But we took all the best parts and best points of Bitcoin, but we improved it. It is less complicated, and we are not over engineered. And above all, we are a lot cheaper. We do have the same hard cap, and that means there will only be 21 million tokens ever. And then TON, because TON stands for the open network. And that is also where we began. But we outgrew TON network and we are ready to take on the world. And then we come to the part of AI. And AI stands for artificial intelligence. And to be honest, there is no one better to regulate or governance these contracts. And AI, it is pre-programmed, and this is pre-programmed for one purpose only, and that is to do its job. AI is so much faster on so many points. even if you take data comparisons, for example. But one of the most, let me say, explicit points, AI runs without emotions. So there is no interference, there is no kill switch. AI just does what it needs to do, and that is sustain, monitor, and serve. And by combining these three strong components, Biton AI succeeded in creating the ultimate gateway, a sustainable ecosystem where solutions, opportunities, blockchain technology, AI, you can say in a way, the digital world got connected to our own normal world. And by evolving, adapting, and connecting best of both worlds into one ultimate project, and that is Biton AI. This is an entire ecosystem which is in perfect harmony in each and every aspect. It works in symbiosis and amplifying each other. So, can we go to the next slide, please? Because now I have explained to you all how this name got combined and how it was built up. But what is Biton AI? And this I really want to explain clearly because we are a decentralized crypto project. We are still in motion. This is a Web3 project still outrolling and in turning a Web4 project. And every step is built upon completed previous steps, successfully completed steps. So you can say these are foundation points. In a way, you can say we are the first intellectual platform out there. We are not only reshaping the future of blockchain technology, but we are riding a revolution in the world of crypto. And by adapting, evolving in a world which is rapidly changing around us, because it's not only how everything is used nowadays, but take, for example, how we generate income. Some will say normal day life. I will call it normal or modern day life. It's just how you want to name it. But we have an ecosystem, and our ecosystem has several own founding pillars. Everything is working in harmony and symbiosis, amplifying each other in each and every aspect in its core purpose, because everything has a purpose here. And what Biton AI now has, it has built it, the next generation blockchain. And this is a layer one blockchain. And to give you a few examples, think of Bitcoin, BNB, Solana, Cardano. And now I can hear some people think or say, why or how do you improve existing already in use blockchains? Simple. They are cool, but they are outdated. They are overdeveloped and just too complicated. And now our blockchain will be launched pretty soon, but this one has three pillars. It has decentralization, sustainability, and scalability. And blockchain never had all three until now. And this is exactly how blockchain and crypto was intended, but also how it should be. And here comes a very important part because to make this all happen and to make all of this work, we need energy. And there is, until now, not one cryptocurrency out there or a blockchain that has ever connected a digital product to renewable electricity, energy. And here is where the magic in Biton AI happens. Because Biton AI found a solution, a way to tokenize electricity. And this is integrated in our own ecosystem. We have a solution for a worldwide problem. And At this moment, it is very hard to balance electricity. And to make that more understandable and to make it more easier, let's say the in and output of electricity. And on the other side, it is also very hard to move electricity, and that has to do with infrastructure. But what Biton AI has right now is a green, renewable electricity generator. This is a solar power plant. It's already operable in Bulgaria. And what we are doing is something that was not possible before. Because by tokenizing energy, you can say we transform energy production into real world value. And by combining all these components, blockchain technology, AI, smart contracts, and green renewable energy, this all is Biton AI, a complete ecosystem, all functioning and in harmony to create a sustainable project, build it for the long run. AI got smarter. You can say it matured in a way, but by adapting to new situation ongoing in this world, but evolving alongside. Not only smart contracts got smarter, the AI got smarter, the whole blockchain we built it got smarter. And by creating this new next generation blockchain with an entire already developed and in use ecosystem, we have created a solution in the entire crypto world, but also an opportunity in our normal world. So you can say, in a way, that Biton AI positioned itself in the market as the light at the end of a dark tunnel. Because we are not only reshaping blockchain technology, we are also reshaping crypto space. So our motivation, the why, the reasoning all adds up. And this is not creating just something. This is providing a long term solution. And by combining renewable energy to blockchain technology, tokenizing electricity connected to smart contracts, and not only that, by creating this all, we also created utility to our own native BTN token. And our own native BTN token, this is the glue. This will be the fuel for all because BTN is connecting all of these aspects together. You can say, in a way, this is our crypto gold. And already this has numerous purposes. You can buy it, you can hold it, you can stake it, and even generate more daily. But as said, we are launching a blockchain. So we need validators. And to become a validator, you need BTN. We are already embedded, as said, we are a crypto project on the move. We are already placed in Base network. And that you can also open a liquidity pool. You can do it by yourself. You can also do it a little bit more professional and do it through a project. But by opening a liquidity pool, you will earn as well in Base network. And this is also where we already have developed, ready to be launched, layer 2 project. Because when you're launching a blockchain, you need people, you need validators, but you also need products. And we already have our systems ready. And these layer 2 products, they will be running on our own blockchain. But here comes the but again, because everything runs on electricity, energy. And because without electricity, there will be no light, there will be no TV, you will have no fridge, but there also will be no internet, no AI, no blockchain, no nothing. The world simply stops. And that is the big difference between us and everything out there. Can I have the next slide, please? Because as said, we have our products ready. We are already in base. We have already our layer 1 blockchain ready to be launched, 2 layer 2 products ready to be launched, and we have our own power generating up and running. Because in the back of this all, as said, electricity is the key and the backbone that is connecting this all. Can we go to the next slide, please? Because this is our roadmap. And as mentioned, every step is already built upon successfully completed previous steps. We are now at this moment in the 3rd phase. We are also in our migration phase. But keep in mind, I have mentioned, we have already an active solar power plant up and running in Bulgaria. And that alone, to actually have that build it up, running, generating electricity on a daily basis, every minute of the day, whenever there is sun, this already takes a lot of time to get it all legally up. It's not only about the ground, it's about the paperwork, it's about everything. But this is already up and running since December last year. So keep that in mind. Our roadmap overview, 4 phase. So from idea, connecting with all the right people, going to the developers, and then to create this all. And behind the scenes, they made sure everything all was already bulletproof. And after that, the outrolling began. Because I mean, the whole fundament is already there. And this is ready to rise to the unlimited skies. And I mean, everything's already done. The tokenomics, the mechanics, layer 2 products, native token, layer 1 blockchain, everything is already there. And this is already there to elevate each other. We are now in phase 3 and the foundation phase 3. And we are here now to show the whole world this is not a ride you want to miss out on. And everybody knows, or most of all knows, we are still early on. And the earlier you start in crypto projects, the higher the profits or the returns are made. So early stages crypto project is where money is made. But does this all go while you sleep? No. You need to be fully awake and seize this opportunity. But how to do that? We have several starting points to really simple become a participant of this huge project. Can we go to the next slide, please? Because as said, our business overview, becoming a participant, you can easily do that. As said and mentioned, we are AI regulated. So you can trigger an allocation contract, and that is simply putting money in a contract, and you will get the BTNs. And from that moment on, you will earn on a daily rate and a daily base, you will earn these precious BTNs, because BTNs is what's connecting this all. But you can also earn through the ecosystem mechanisms. It's not only an allocation contract. We got liquidity pools, but also community activities. We have a very low entry barrier, and this is designed to be accessible through the whole world. Can we go to the next slide, please? Because these are the 3 points, and these are called the strategic allocations options. The first option is a Flex 30. And as you can see, this runs for 30 days. And that means when you trade a contract, simply said, you put USDC on the contract, you will get BTN sent to your account. And you will see here that on a daily rate, you will earn 0.25% every day. The reward split will be here 50-50. 50% will be in liquidity, and that means liquid, like you can extract that, and 50% will be invested. And vested is one of the mechanisms that is here to sustain and also to make our project thrive. These tokens will be yours, but vesting is a principle in this program because vesting will say over the 30 days that your contract is running, that is a freezing period. So over the time being for 30 days that the contract is running, it's called a freezing period. And then after that, on a 60-day linear unlock, that means that after the contract is run out, it's run dried in a way, then over that 60 days, you will get the vesting rewards to your account, and that will be in equal parts. And then you can see the boost 180. And that means you will trigger a contract for the duration of 180 days. You cannot shortcut it. And here you can see the daily rate will be 1%. And here is the reward split. It's 20 over 80. And that means 20% will be in liquid, so you can withdraw that to your own wallet. And 80% will be investing. Investing, you can also see as a kind of safe deposit box for yourself because the tokens will be yours. Everything you generate within Biton, it is yours. But this is a safe mechanism to keep us sustainable and in duration for the long term. So your vesting period is here 180 days, and that means it will be frozen. And after 180 days frozen period, in the next 180 days, there will be a linear unlock. That means that over a time period of 180 days, each and every single day, you will get a partial payout, and that will be directly into your own account. And then we got the Max 360. This is the king among kings. This is 360 days. And that means that that will be the lockup period as well, because you will trigger that contract. So daily, you will get a 0.69% in APR. And APR, you can see that that stands for the profits you generate on the annual investment an investor made. So in this time period, for 360 days, your contract is running. But every time you do a withdrawal, your withdrawal will go into a mechanism. And here you can see that the reward split will be 15% liquid and 85% will be invested. And 15% you can take to your wallet, and the 85% will be investing. And then you can see again, vesting, it will be frozen for 180 days. And over the next 180 days, it will be partially paid out to you in equal parts. Can we go to the next slide, please? And as mentioned, we are an outrolling crypto project. At this moment, we are Web3 and we are outrolling to Web4. So we got old members, already existing members, and we also got new members watching these Zooms. And this is especially for the people already in Biton who have an active, let's say, contract running. And here you can see every participant now to go to the next phase and to evolve with this project, because that is what it means. Yeah, growing alongside of this huge crypto project. All users, existing users, must activate a vault. And this vault you can also see as a mechanism. And here you can also see that the next phase in everything in base network will be done in USDC. So all new contracts and allocation contracts will be triggered in USDC. But according to all the vaults, but also according to every contract you trigger, there will be a reward splitting. And that has been explained on the previous page. But as explained here as well, the longer you stake, the higher the yield. But that also means that will be less flexibility for your tokens. But keep in mind, we have still a lot of things to outgrow. We are on the breach of listing and also putting a new blockchain on the market. This is not a sprint, people. This is a marathon. So be aware of that. Can we go to the next slide, please? Here is something I really want to address, because being a part of this project is awesome. And you can do it simply passively on yourself. But if you're as hyped as I am, and you love to talk with people, because people will notice that you're smiling. And then when they ask you, why are you smiling? You can show them this. So when you talk to people, you can build a team. It goes pretty easy. And then you can see here the multi-level, and this is the commission part. And this is a very strong structure, but also a very strong bonus. And this means that your first line will be your money line. And that means that when you talk about this project and people are getting motivated and also getting hyped by you, they join your team, they join this program. And that means your first directive active people will bring you the cash flow, because you can also make this program into an active cash flow. And that is 10%. And you can see this runs 10 levels deep. Overall, over 10 levels, this will give you a bonus system of 16.5%. So it is very powerful to work with people. And now I can hear some people say or think, well, that's not my cup of tea, or that's not my cup of coffee, just where you're coming from the world. It doesn't matter, because if you started this program and you started this project, your account is already generating daily BTNs. But if you do work with people, there's more profit to gain. Can we go to the next slide, please? And here we got the leadership matching bonus system. And as you can see in the first slide, I also explained, when you work with people, you can understand that if you just talk with, let's say, 3 or 4 people and they join and they are starting to talk with people as well, at that rate, you will build a structure, whether you like it or not. And maybe you do not even realize, but it can become a waterfall. So people will talk with people. And you can see here, in total, what is gainable. That means, overall speaking, this goes 16 generations of bonuses deep. And in total, you can also earn up to a maximum of 42% into your entire structure. So if there are team builders in this call, this is a very powerful way to take in notice, but also to work with this. Can we go to the next slide, please? And here we got our matching bonus system. And let me just highlight a few points, because if you're a strong team builder, or you are just very excited about this because you want to share this and you really want to have other people around you enjoy this as well, to even start in this program. And that means the first rank, and that will be the bronze rank. You can easily get there, because the only thing you need is a 10 USDC deposit on your own name. And then you need 2 people directly in your structure. So that means 2 people invited by you to this awesome project, also for the equivalent of 10 USDC. You will be earning 3% out of your structure. So this is pretty easy to do and simple. You can have this done within half an hour. So it's not hard to get into this and to be generating even more BTNs, because the matching bonus system is also calculated in BTNs on top of the BTNs you are already generating daily on your own contract. So let's say you want to become emerald, and that is position number 7. You need to have a personal deposit of 3,000 USDC. And then it means that you need to have at least 10 people directly sponsored to invited into this program with a minimum of 100 USDC each. And that's pretty easy to do. But your team turnover, and you can see when you work with people and over time, because this is only the thing you need, it's time. So do you do this on your own? No, you do this with other people. And maybe one person in your team is more confident and goes faster than you. That is all perfect, because when your team turnover then reaches 25,000 in your team or 50,000 in your team, to become emerald, you need 50,000 USDC turnover in your team, and that is only to be done with people. But then you can see you earn on top of everything you're already earning another extra 23% on top of everything. So this matching bonus system, this is one of the powerful structures I've ever came across. And this is really something to look into if you are really want to build a big and wide team and you're hyped just as I am. Can we go to the next slide, please? And here we got the reward withdrawal rules, because here you can see, and as explained, when you trigger an allocation contract, and that means that you have put your money on the contract, and this is AI regulated. So the money is going on to the contract. You will get the BTNs in your personal wallet, and you will generate more BTNs, because BTNs is here, the crypto gold. This is the token, what's connecting this all. And then you can see in the Flex 30, there's a splittage. As said, it will be 50%. It will be immediately available. And that means liquid. And then the 50% of the rewards will be vested. And that is vesting. And vesting is also a mechanic that is making this project thrive, because we are here to build it for the long run. And now you can also see the Boost 180. 20% of the rewards will be available immediately, so liquid again. And then 80% of the rewards will be going into vested. And then we got the King Among Kings, the Max 360. 15% of the rewards here will be immediately available. And then we got 85% of the rewards that will be going into vesting. Can we go to the next slide, please? And here is something I really want to bring under your attention, because here stands proof of progress. And proof of progress is not only a consensus, but this is also how we scale our price model, because I've explained we are AI regulated. We are governance by AI, and that means we have an actual growth, but a natural growth, organic growth, like they call it in crypto, because every person that opens an allocation contract is a person of interest. That is proof of usage. And that also means that by organic growth, we are regulated. And that also means that by an X amount of tokens that are outgoing out of the contract, we have a price growth. And now you can see here that POP, so the price of proof of progress, also is connected to the price of our BTNs, our precious BTNs. And we are on the move, and I have already mentioned that a couple of times. We are at this moment in active migration from TON network into base network. And now all the tokens from TON network are migrated due to default, due to mechanics. And we are starting new, fresh from TON network into base network, but our BTNs will go on there from a starting price from $11.39 per BTN, while we were initially put into the market at $1 on base. Can we go to the next slide, please? Because our platform overview, as said, TON, we started there, and TON was our big jumping board into the market, but we outgrew TON network. So we are ready to spread our wings and also take on the world. And that's why we have our own web app, because not everywhere in the world you are, let's say, allowed to download TON network and grow there. So we have several ways now and several methods to open an account. So you can still start your Telegram, but you can now also register through email verification and registration. But you can also lock in your EVM wallet. And an EVM wallet, let's keep that simple. Think about MetaMask, Phantom Wallet, Token Pocket, Trust Wallet. So you can also connect through your wallet to this outstanding platform. So we are spreading our wings. We are ready to take on the rest of the world. But let me tell you this, we are already in every continent of the world. We already embedded 4 corners of this world, but we needed a dive-in space, and that was TON network. And now we are evolving, growing into the rest of the world. Can we go to the next slide, please? And here, Kilowatt token. As mentioned, we already have our own operative power generator standing in Bulgaria. This is our backbone because, as said, this cannot happen. This cannot work without electricity energy. And Kilowatt token is our project embedded into our own ecosystem. This is one of the 2 layer 2 products embedded on our own blockchain, the iPod blockchain. And this is our real world asset token, because we are generating on a daily basis, as long as the sun is shining, we are generating electricity, power. And every kilowatt token stands for 1 kilowatt token of real electricity. It's not only the electricity, but also the production of it. And this means that we have an active site. You can already buy these tokens in 2 or 3 clicks. You can already be buying yourself into a niche. You can be buying tokens into the electricity world. And this is our backbone, connecting everything. Can we go to the next slide, please? Because this I found myself very important, because as said, we are outrolling, but we already made sure everything was bulletproof behind the scenes before we outrolled everything. And here you can see that our solar power plant is a legal entity. You can see the registration date. You can also see how many electricity the capacity is and what it has been generating, but the registration and everything. And you can also see that on their own website. And can we go to the next slide, please? Yes, WattsTap. Because some people don't know, but this is our game, and this is not just a game, because this is our second layer 2 product. What will be embedded into our own core ecosystem. And this game is on so many levels very different than everything out there. And I know for a fact that a lot of people have mobile games or playing games on which device. But to keep it simple, WattsTap, this is also structured into our ecosystem, because this will play out. And this game, from the moment you start to play this, it will teach you. And this is a 2D game, and that means you will tap on a screen and your avatar will be a man with a hammer. because this man has a mission. It has a mission to help save the planet. And along the time you play in this game, you will be taught and educated. So you will evolve, you will level up. But the beauty of it is you can also gear up. But to do that, you need one in-game currency. And our in-game currency here is our precious BTN. And that is the beauty of it all. So BTN has also here a very beautiful purpose because this is the in-game currency. So you will level up, you will play, you will start in a 2D game, and then at once, when you have played your tournaments, when you have finished or when you have finished your quotes, and you have your char leveled up, you will open a portal. And this portal will lead you from a 2D game into a 3D game. And there you can see us like The Sims or Zelda. And then you will not be done yet because you will have still your quotes and you will still have to do your purposes and you will have to finish that because then when you've opened the portal, you will be building your own solar power plant. And when you've built that, you will be generating on a daily basis our own precious kilowatt token. You will be playing for a real world asset token. And this token is backed. One token is 1 kilowatt in our normal world. So you can be playing for a residual income. So this has not ever been connected, and this is new. And this is why I'm so hyped about it. This is perfect because this is a different kind of gameplay. Can we go to the next slide, please? Because as said, we have covered our bases. We have made sure that everything behind the scenes was bulletproof. This is also a legal entity ready to be launched, embedded in our own core ecosystem. This is a founding pillar because a game is the most accessible way to reach numerous people around the world. And because this has not like an age tag, this can be played by many around the world. But here you can see a legal entity, registration date, jurisdictions, and this is what's very important for me. We already made sure that everybody joining now can be building up on all completed steps because we already paved the whole road for all of you. You can now sit back, start, relax, enjoy, and move on. Can we go to the next slide, please? Because here we got a long-term visions. And we are speaking here about 3 to 5 years. And as explained, we already did so much work before we got to foundation phase 3. Now, where we are, we already did so much. We already have our layer 2 product. We got already built a layer 1 blockchain. We got our native token with numerous purposes already up and running in the market. People, normally things go differently. We already made sure everything was done correctly. So now you can profit pretty easy. Start an allocation contract and just start generating the native BTN tokens. Keep in mind, yeah, I explained to you as like, how do you say that? A comparison. Think of Bitcoin, BNB, Solana, Cardano, but this is the newest blockchain out there. We will be having a lot of traffic, a lot of clients who will be using us. So being here at this point, seeing this, being able to get your hand on a native token, which will be a founding pillar into crypto history, but also reshaping the future of blockchain technology. Just let that sink in because this is the moment, this is the time. So a long-term vision is we are building not only a blockchain, but we already made sure the infrastructure is here. We have also integrated already our Kilowatt. And that is embedded into our core system, because this is the backbone of it all. Because without energy, there will be no blockchain and no AI. So this would not be capable of running. But we also are growing. We got the real world assets already connected into our platform. And over our time from now, where we are now, into 3 to 5 years, we are expanding, because this is what we were doing. We are now capable of completing, but also providing for the rest of the world. We have more than 60,000 users already from this day on. And for the time period and what we have done, as said, we have our own web app now. We have not shown everybody yet what we got, because we are still improving, we are still outrolling, we are still implementing all stuff, but we have already our improved dashboards, and they will be more improved over time. So everything will be tracked, and also not only your network development, but also your team activity, your performance, your metrics. You can all see that in real time. We are also making sure that the analytics and the trackings will be seeable and also accessible for all the people, but also the enhanced interaction, because as said, we are working with AI people. We have still a lot to roll out, and we have not yet seen everything what we already have developed, but still needs to be placed in motion. So can we go to the next slide, please? Yes, the program philosophy, but also the vision. And now I've spoken about several points. And what we came up to now, and the point where we are now, that is really our network and to grow. And this means that we have a few very good leaders, but we are also expanding. And that means that we are showing the world that we are here to stay, but we are not a ride to miss out on. We got a whole ecosystem already developed, up and running. Build it upon steps, and everything is here in symbiosis and in harmony to amplify each other. We also have our very good leadership rewards. And the harder you work, and that's also wherever you go, the harder you work, or with the more people you work, the better the rewards will be. But does that mean that you cannot do this by yourself? No, this is also good to just run by yourself, because you got a contract running daily. So it doesn't mean it doesn't need to be that you're a big team builder, because this is a chance of a lifetime for everyone. But we also can give possibilities for people. If you work our system, as said, liquidity pools, community activities, but also running your contracts, this generates a passive income. So we have so many bases already covered. And I have hoped that I could have connected all the dots for you here, what we are and what we can provide for you. Use it the right way. And I know definitely this is a ride you will just sit back and you will love. So can we go to the next slide, please? Oh, this was the end. So, okay, I will wrap up. I hope that in this time, thank you all that you stayed so long and that you listened to me. And I hope that I have made everything clearer what Biton AI is and what this project can do for you. So thank you all and have a great evening. Coach Kai, mic is yours.
Amazing. Natasha Ross, thank you so much for an amazing presentation. That was beautiful. And I also want to say a very big thank you to everyone. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your commitment to this amazing project, your belief in the Biton AI project. And I also want to lay this emphasis to let everyone of you know that every great project passes through each phases of growth, adjustment, and evolution. The most important thing is the strength of the community towards the vision and our ability to be able to move with an informed decision. I want to encourage every one of you to keep on pushing the project like never before. And most importantly, I have an amazing news. By next week, guys, our pool is opening next week. This is one of the best announcements, one of the best news ever. So starting from next week, our pool is going to be available. That means our digital asset is tradable in the market. You can buy, you can sell. So this is amazing. And once again, I want to say a very, very big thank you to every one of you for believing in this amazing project, for building and growing with us. Let us continue this journey together. Thank you so much, everyone. This is an amazing news. Shout it on the mountaintop. Let everybody in the community know that we are making amazing progress. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. See you next week.